Hi, my name is JC. My group did Southeast Asia and I did the Philippines, and I investigated the government violence and the war on drugs under President Duterte. So some quick facts about it. The drug war started in 2016 when President Duterte started or was elected, and it has killed over 12,000 Filipinos since then, mostly urban and poor, and there have also been children that have been killed. Drug use affects only about 2.2% of the population in the Philippines, and this drug abuse is caused by poverty and difficulties in patrolling drug distribution because of the geography. However, the way the current administration in the country has been handling it has been very much spoken against because it's been very corrupted by the police, and oftentimes they'll kill someone because of suspected drug use and then later claim self-defense. The president has harassed, jailed, humiliated, and threatened critics of his government policies and has encouraged police to shoot those who are against him. And there's also a problem with the killing of journalists and attack on schools in the Philippines. And this picture that I have in the bottom right corner is of a protest in the Philippines against the drug war. And then some quotes from the articles I used. When President Duterte was elected, he said, "If I make it to the presidential palace, I will do just what I did as mayor. You drug pushers, hold up men and do nothing, so you better get out because I'll kill you." So he was known for being really tough on crime and drug use as a mayor, and then he continued to use that during his presidential campaign. Also, the UN has become involved, and President Duterte has also spoken against that. And right now, we don't really know how to handle the drug problem in the Philippines, but this is definitely not the way to go about it. And that's all I have for my country.
Hello. My name is Miran, and my part is the Rohingya refugee crisis. For since more decades before, the Rohingya people are being forced are being hurt by the government and the outside. And the Rohingya refuge is their current living status is that they are facing the case of discrimination and their repression. They are one of the largest stateless populations in the world because they be disenfranchised by the Myanmar government, and about 90,000 of Rohingya are currently living in overcrowded campus. Next slide. For recent years about the case, there are two large versus problem. One of them happened in 2014. Another one happened in 2017. They're all about Rohingya refugee crisis, and for the 2015, more than 550 of people they have to left by boat, and for 17, the Myanmar government army start to burden the kill the Rohingya refuge, and this gives for this is a huge hurt to the human rights to the refuge. Next slide. For the United States, they start to report many things and they build for official government to try to solve the problem of the Rohingya refugee problem. The problem didn't solve until now, and for the Rohingya crisis, their current living status is very bad. They got to live in overcrowded places and their human rights built. Next slide. And for now, the appeal of Rohingya refugee people, they wish they can come back to the Myanmar and with their freedom and their name of citizenship. Okay. And
All right, so mine is on human rights violations in China, and specifically compulsory biometric data and DNA database creation in Tibet and Xinjiang. So what's happening right now is that Chinese authorities in Xinjiang and Tibet are collecting DNA samples, fingerprints, iris scans, and blood types of all residents in the region between the age of 12 and 65. They're collecting this the DNA and blood samples through a physical exam program called Physicals for All. This seems like a great program because it provides free physicals to every citizen in that region, which is incredibly helpful. But it also does not inform that they are taking any of these samples, nor does it appear that it is optional. It appears that people are forced to participate and get a physical done and give up their biometric data. So far, 18.8 million people have participated in this program, as well as recent scientific studies published by Chinese scientists in Xinjiang showed they're trying to find a way to use DNA samples to create an image of a person's face, which is relevant for the next part. So according to the New York Times, China is likely using this DNA as well as these recent studies to build a tool that could be used to justify and intensify racial profiling and other state discrimination targeting Uyghurs in the region, which they already seem to be very against their existence. But this will likely take it to a whole nother level. It also is violating these people's basic human rights. A fundamental component of the right to health is security of medical information. All health facilities, goods, and services must be, quote, intended to preserve confidentiality. That's according to the UN Committee on Economical, Social, and Cultural Rights. So basically what that means is that all medical processes must attempt to conserve confidentiality unless the action or unless it is necessary in order to help people and the response is proportionate to the issue, which is not what's happening in Xinjiang and Tibet, making this likely a violation of these people's basic human rights to health. That's about it.